Okay, so I was lying a few episodes ago when I was saying that I was stinkingly rich from my freelance career. But my YouTube, however, show me the money. So I'm going to talk a bit about my channel, why I started it, how much I earn from it, and whether, if you want to start a channel, what you should be trying to do and the direction perhaps you should go in. So how did I start doing YouTube? Well, it was a long time ago. When was it? February the 11th, 2011. 2011. When I first started, it was just as a teaching tool, so I thought, instead of repeating myself to my students that were often missing or late or whatever it might be, I'd put my stuff on a video and then say, well, just look at the video. I had a background in video and I had a camera, so I thought it won't be too tough, quickly record myself, put it on YouTube, and then maybe other people can see it and find it useful. It was even more useful when I started teaching games design, because if a student missed a lesson, then it would be quite tricky for me to sort of spend lots of time with them, so I'd just say go onto YouTube, see what we did last lesson, and then catch up from there. And there was a slight hope within me that I'd become this YouTube star, but here we are. Hasn't quite happened yet. So here we are, 7.5 years later, and I've got just over 3.3 million views and just under 40,000 subscribers. So what does that mean in terms of revenue? How much do I actually earn from this? Well, I get roughly around £250 a month from this, so it goes up and down a little bit, and it's kind of been settling at £250 around there. And the last month I've done an experiment to try and release a video every day, start doing a blog and that type of thing. And there's been a very slight increase in revenue, but it's sometimes difficult to tell because it's kind of a month behind and you get your month payment through AdSense, as it's called. And it's tricky to know how much you're earning at any specific time. So how much time do I spend on each video? Well, it varies greatly, and it goes from between about 1 hour, maybe a bit less sometimes, up to about 3 hours. And occasionally it goes way beyond that. If I'm doing a tutorial video, I do a screen capture and then I edit it. I'm getting fairly quick at the editing, so I can usually do them within about an hour, maybe a touch longer depending on the length of that video. If I'm doing a blog post like this, I make loads of mistakes, so I have to do lots of editing. It takes me a little while to record as well because I'm so rubbish at it, but I do have a lot of fun. So they can take about 2 to 3 hours with editing and a bit of planning. I know, it's hard to believe I do actually plan these videos. And these are the videos that have the least views, but I'm having the most fun with them, mainly due to sort of positive feedback and audience interaction and the Discord server. That's quite fun, meeting people and being part of the community and being involved like that. So this month was an experiment, and I'll probably tone back a bit on the amount that I'm posting, but it's been quite difficult to keep up sort of every working day anyway. I haven't been posting on the weekends. But I'll try and keep to about a minimum of 3 videos a week, then I still have that community aspect to it and the fun aspect that I enjoy. That's not to say that I don't enjoy doing the tutorial videos. I find them really helpful. They complement my teaching, and it kind of forces me to research and keep researching and learning within Blender. So let's think about the numbers in terms of YouTube quickly. It takes about 1,000 clicks to get £1. So it's a bit over $1 for 1,000 clicks. My most successful video is how to create a low poly animal in 10 minutes, and that's got 650,000 views or just over. And that's my biggest earner in terms of advertising and video revenue. The interesting thing about that video is there's an accidental bit of clickbait there. I put 10 minutes because that was the length of the video, and I was a bit worried that people didn't want to see my videos if they were too long, and they didn't watch videos that were too long, so I'd try and shorten all my videos and make them really quick, and that was kind of my niche, or niche as some people might say. But lots of people got the wrong end of the stick, that they could create a low poly animal within 10 minutes, and that kind of gives an indication of the type of audience you can expect to some degree. That sort of mass audience seems to want results really quickly, and they're searching on YouTube trying to find the fastest possible way to get to that end result. So you can see how that ended up being a bit of clickbait. It was purely by accident. I don't ever want to go down the clickbait route. It's always good to have a catchy title, but clickbait is just really annoying. So let's compare my channel to someone in the field who's doing really well. So let's take Blender Guru for example. He's got 650,000 subscribers roughly, and his most viewed video is over 2 million views. So he's doing very well, he's done some fantastic videos and well deserves those views. But although he's doing very well at that, I don't think it's his main career, and he has other sites and entrepreneurial things that he's doing. So even with that amount of subscribers and that many views, he may not be earning enough as a full-time income. So if we look at my earnings and then how much time I've actually put into each video, you can see that I'm not earning a great deal per hour. It's probably something like 20 to 30p. So I do put adverts on my site, and it's nice to get a bit of money from it, but really I'm not relying on that for any major income. Although there is some other redeeming features to YouTube. The fact that it gets me out there, it does get me exposure, and therefore it does get me a bit of work. I haven't really gone out looking for freelance work, but it has come to me through my YouTube channel. So that is quite a major benefit. I also do get a tiny bit from the affiliated link, so if I put a link in my description and someone buys that product, then I do get some commission. But that is very small. I think I'm earning about £5 to £10 a month on that. I do get sent some free stuff, which I do enjoy, and I can sell that on, so I can make a tiny bit of money through that as well. So you might ask at this point, why on earth are you bothering to do this? Well, the first reason is that I do enjoy it. I like talking to people online, I like the community aspects, and the fact that there's a small income from it means that I can kind of justify to myself keeping going with that. That income is slowly building. It's very gradual, very slight, but it is slowly happening. I've also started to branch out into private tuition, so people are asking me for like an hour's worth lesson, and I'll talk to them on Skype, take them through it and earn money that way. So I think there are things there that I wouldn't have had if I hadn't had that base of a YouTube channel. I think there may be more opportunities in the future. I like to keep everything free. I feel like the community has given me free stuff because everything I have learned has been from YouTube. And I want to give that back in some way and offer that experience to other people. I suppose the more subscribers I get, the more chance I have of being sponsored in some way perhaps, or maybe making my own product if it's something special that I could sell on. And there's a few of you out there who've been very generous and offered me money through Patreon, and there's some people who are giving me ideas and suggestions of ways that I could make money as well. So it's really great to have that kind of support. So would I recommend this to someone else out there? Well, I'd say you'd certainly have to have a real passion and interest in whatever you're trying to do on YouTube. And yes, it might be good to have a goal and vision for your channel in the end, and that might adapt as my goals have adapted from when I started. I'm now doing a Discord server, doing private tuition, and now I'm doing a blog, and I'm ready for the next challenges and see what else comes up. And I think that's my final point, is to be adaptable with it and see where the audience wants you to go and what suggestions you have. I always say that about these things, it is important to be adaptable. Our technology and our lives are changing so often, and being able to roll with the punches and move from one point to the other, I think that's really vital. So I hope this was interesting to you and answers some people's questions out there. Do get involved with the Discord server and the competitions, and you can have your picture on the Wall of Fame. The current competition, which ends not this Monday but the next, so you've got just over a week for that, is Heroes and Villains. And you can do anything that you think of that fits within that category. It does have to be 3D, but it doesn't have to be a scene, it can be just one character, or anything you can think of really. And as always, if you've got any thoughts and comments, put them in the description. I do like that discussion aspect, and tell me what your thoughts are of my YouTube channel, which direction you think I should go in. Maybe if you're thinking of starting up one yourself, talk about that and put a link perhaps. So look forward to hearing from you all, and thanks for watching.